Canadian teens are on the popular social media platforms Snapchat, Instagram, and even Facebook every day. The platforms are meant to be fun and keep them connected with their peers online, but it's where kids are being harmed. According to a new study from the Canadian Centre for Child Protection, it's estimated that 9 in 10 teens fall victim to sexual violence in private messaging apps. Joining us now is a global analyst network manager with Project Arachnid from the Canadian Centre for Child Protection, Camillia Layne. Good morning, Camillia.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for joining us. Now tell us what Project Arachnid is exactly.
So Project Arachnid is a suite of tools developed here at the Canadian Centre for Child Protection that works to curb the distribution of child sexual abuse and exploitation material. So it is working every single day to send notifications to service providers where it detects CSAM. And we have an entire global team of analysts that are working in the tool in order to get those images classified and sent out for notification.
Now, you surveyed about 1,300 Canadian teens between 13 to 17 and found that sexual violence was a common experience for most of them. Tell us what about some of the numbers you found.
Yeah, so in that survey that we just recently did, we did find that 9 in 10 teens out of that representative survey had experienced online sexual violence. Many of them had experienced it in private messaging platforms. These are ones that, people may think that online sexual violence may be happening in the darker corners of the internet, but these are happening on popular platforms, like you said, on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, where they are receiving, unwanted sexual messages. They're being asked to send sexual images of themselves in these platforms, and they are also experiencing other types of harms like AI and deep fakes that are being created and then being used against them in order to coerce them into, going with the demands that are being made of them.
This is so scary. Now, it happens the most often on Snapchat, then Instagram, and even Facebook. What do you want parents and teens to know about that?
So with that is the unfortunate reality right now. So for parents and teens, it's going to be really important to have those open lines of communication with each other. So for parents to know who it is that their teens are talking to on these platforms, to let them know about the harms that are happening and how quickly those harms can escalate. And so to be able to know about, talking to people that you only know in person online, to your private messages, making sure that who is able to contact you on that would be people that you know and not other strangers who may be, forcing you to forcing you to comply with different sexual advances that are happening. Parents are the first line of defense. That is always going to be the case. However, at the same time, guardrails need to be in place on some of these platforms where kids are communicating, because where they communicate are where offenders are looking to offend against them. So there are certainly many steps that can be taken in terms of communicating with your teens, letting them know that you are there to support them, to keep them safe. What we heard from a lot of the teens were that they were very much, shamed, fear of telling their parents because they were fearing getting in trouble. So having those open lines of communication is certainly important.